This month, something big is going to happen to you, my gorgeous Libra. This month is going to make a huge difference in your life. You need to understand that from the beginning of October, you will feel the energy you haven't felt in absolute ages. This energy is gonna be responsible for you feeling re-energized when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your body, when it comes to your spirit, when it comes to your soul. You will feel re-energized on every single level in your life. This in itself, it's really going to be the time where you are going to start to come into your power. So not only this month in general, it's going to make a huge, massive difference in your life, my gorgeous Libra, but you're also coming into your power, which means that it's time for action. You will feel like it's time for action from the beginning of October. You will not want to waste your time anymore whatsoever. You will feel like it's time for action, and this particular feeling, these emotions are gonna be primarily responsible for you finding yourself at the beginning of such a beautiful adventure, such a powerful adventure. But it's a lot to do with things that you knew are imminent for you. It's a lot to do with things that have been on your mind for a very long time, but only now, due to these wonderful energies which are going to take over, you will do something about it. This is so important. And also, come on, when it comes to numerology, your number is 2409. 2409, it's such a strong combination of numbers, and it's clearly indicating the fact that you are also going to awake. You will awake. You know, when it comes to this month of October, you will awake. And I know it sounds like, oh my God, but seriously, it's to do with your own awakening. Just remember that I've told you that, you know, it's a lot to do with things that have been on your mind for absolute ages that you want to do. And the more you were thinking, like what you want to achieve in your life, how you want to live your life, like looking at a really big picture. And the more you were like kind of thinking about these things, the more you were like kind of also at the same time thinking about certain problems that have been preventing you from doing these things. And these certain problems that you have been dealing with have kind of caused you to maybe lose confidence a little bit. So this is why from the beginning of October, literally every single thing in your life is going to change. Of course, not like literally, but when I say that every single thing in your life is going to change from the 1st of October 2024, that means, my gorgeous Libra, that you are gonna feel this, you know, it's a lot to do with your feelings, it's a lot to do with your intuition, it's a lot to do with your own balance, it's a lot to do with your emotions, because within the first 7 days of October in particular, you will feel as active like you haven't felt in absolute ages. You will feel so active, my gorgeous Libra, and that's why I'm saying that every single aspect in your life is going to change, because the way you're gonna feel active, this in itself, it's all about this particular goal which has been on your mind. It's to do with this particular goal, something you want to do, something you want to achieve. This in itself is going to be on your mind a lot, and it has been on your mind for absolute ages, for a very long time. But the reason why I said that every single aspect in your life is going to change on the very 1st of October, you will not be aware of it like immediately. You will not be aware of it immediately, but this is the sacred path. This is the essence you need to connect to and you need to follow. What exactly is going to make you feel so active within the first 7 days of October? What exactly is going to make you feel so active? It is the part of your sacred path towards your own happiness. That's why I'm saying that every single aspect in your life is going to change, because as long as you follow this, you will sail through like a big mama. Honestly, this is gonna be big. This is gonna be important. So the path to your own happiness is going to be most certainly revealed within the first 7 days of October 2024, which is absolutely brilliant. I said you're gonna feel really active. It's to do with this specific goal, you know, and then at the same time you are gonna realize that you were in like some kind of a self-denial for a while, you know, but this is gonna be a good realization. This is gonna be a positive realization. It's not like you kind of downing yourself or like being negative about yourself. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. It's more like a really important realization rather than anything else. You know, it's to do with you moving forward with your life, and it's to do with you being honest with yourself that maybe if you carry on with the current lifestyle, you know, you're not going to make the most out of life. There is something major. There is something major you're missing out on. You know, and also within the first 7 days of October, there is some kind of a blast from the past. Somebody is about to make their return. Not necessarily Mr. Lover, you know, but more, it's to do more with like the specific person from your past who is going to reappear within the first 7 days of October. And it's also that particular person is sharing this essence with a life like you maybe used to live, that you partially want to return to. Not fully, but partially, because you're a different person. You've got a different experience. You know so much more now than you before. So it's like the brand new person returning to an element of like how you used to live, for example. But taking all the experience into account, this is going to create such a beautiful picture. So there is a certain person from your past who is about to appear and really kind of inspire you at the right time when it comes to all this, my gorgeous Libra, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. So you are going to feel extremely active about this specific goal that you wanted to do, that you wanted to achieve. This is to do with your life in general, and this is going to help you to open your eyes and to be honest with yourself what exactly you are in self-denial about. So this is going to help you quite a lot to completely and fully connect yourself to this particular goal. Just remember, this is the actual path towards your own happiness. This is the beginning of this like gorgeous and beautiful adventure that I am indeed so excited about, that I am indeed talking about all this time. So this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Libra. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's the first 7 days of October. When it comes to the actual 9th of October, when it comes to the 9th of October, you see that particular person within the first 7 days of October, it's playing a bit more like kind of bigger role when it comes to all this. It's like you reconnecting with yourself, but you reconnecting with your old self, but it's happening in such a way where you are not the same person how you used to be. So this is going to be brilliant. This brings kind of a different realizations about things we want to do and about the certain paths we want to take, because we are constantly reminded of the certain lessons that we've actually been through, which are ever so helpful when it comes to us reflecting on things in general in a different way, which is ever so important when it comes to like progressing in life in general, you know. So on this particular date, you know, this is going to be on the sorry, this is going to be on the 9th of October, you're going to feel like a little bit nostalgic, you see, and that particular person in the first 7 days, he or she, they triggered this nostalgia, you see. So by the time you get to the 9th of October, you're going to feel like a little bit nostalgic, you're going to be thinking about certain memories. It's more about you just kind of being reminded of certain memories, and you will be thinking about these memories more and more and more, and the more you think about these memories, the more nostalgic you are going to be, my gorgeous Libra. And then you are going to have this interesting realization. You are going to have this this very interesting realization, which is yet again bringing like such a big answer into your life. If there was any bit of doubt at this point after the first 7 days of October, listen to me very carefully. If there was any doubt about this path that you are going to take, honestly, any doubt, it's about to disappear on the 9th of October, where suddenly you will be thinking about certain memories, and then you're gonna have this interesting realization, because the more you think about these certain memories, you know, this is not about you being nostalgic, but it's more about you preparing yourself, and you realizing more and more how imminent, you know, this aspect of your life actually is for you to step into as soon as you possibly can. So this 9th of October, it's going to play a huge role when it comes to you becoming so determined and so determined and so determined. On the 10th of October, there is somebody, at around the 10th of October, you know, this is to do with an immediate person in your life becoming really excited about all this. Somebody very close to you, somebody really important to you, one of the main people in your life. You're going to realize how excited that person is about this new stage, new beginning, new path. Absolutely gorgeous. You're going to see how excited that person is going to be, who is so close to you. This person is somebody like immediately close to you. And this is going to mean to you so much, because you love this person. You get on with this person, my gorgeous Libra, and this is going to mean to you quite a lot. Most certainly you will know that you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing as well. This is going to mean to you so much. It's like another confirmation, like coming from somebody else, but it's not like somebody else, it's like one of the major or one of the main people in your life, you know. So this is going to be quite interesting, okay? The next important date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be on the 13th of September. On the 13th of October. Okay, the next important date is going to be on the 13th of October. On the 13th of October, oh my God, such a beautiful day, because it's to do with an important accomplishment. On the 13th of October, you will be very happy, because it's to do with an important accomplishment, and this accomplishment in itself, it's really going to surprise you. You know, it's something, it's going to surprise you about this accomplishment, because it's to do with something that, you know, has been making you worried, and something that you didn't kind of have a lot of success with, especially lately. It's something that, you know, started to make you worry kind of rather than anything else. So maybe you even kind of decided to suppress this at the back of your mind, and you could have actually done this very easily, subconsciously, without even noticing, you know, this, because this is how we sometimes protect ourselves from constantly worrying about something really specific that can actually not only just drain your energy, but it can actually slow down process for us, because we don't allow this energy to flow freely, because we are very powerful when we focus on something, both in positive and a negative. If we are just constantly thinking about something in a negative way, you know, we're just not going to allow this energy to exist in itself, and just to come to the certain point where this is going to kind of change naturally, instead of us kind of forcing this. So it's important to kind of like, yeah, I suppose suppress things in a certain way, or kind of think about them in a positive way, especially when it comes to something that we've been worrying about so much, because it can be beneficial for us in so many different ways, when it comes to our body, mind, when it comes to our spirit in general. But here you are going to have a beautiful accomplishment. You're going to find this so rewarding, and there is somebody going to give you a very interesting advice. I would not ignore this advice whatsoever. There is somebody going to give you a very interesting interesting advice, you know, and this advice that you are going to have is based on some kind of a skill. You're going to realize that you're so good at something. You're going to realize, oh my, sorry, oh my God, I'm so good at something. I'm so brilliant at something. It's to do with some kind of a skill of yours being so highlighted. And then that advice that you're going to get from somebody, like really wise advice, you will know this advice is wise, that you are going to get on that particular day. This particular advice is going to be based on you kind of maybe needing to take that a skill on the next level. Do not ignore that skill. You were born with this skill. This skill is part of your journey. So you need to kind of incorporate this into your daily life, into your weekly life, into your monthly life, because there is something really specific. There is something so important going to come out of it. It's going to lead towards such a significant lesson in life. You would never get out anywhere else. And that particular lesson, it's going to be important. It's going to be a big mama, because very soon after that lesson, you will find yourself on this crossroads, life-changing crossroads, and that lesson is going to be absolutely more important than anything else, because it is going to make you to choose the path you wouldn't normally choose. And that's all what this life is all about. It's about us doing things, exploring things, evolving as much as we possibly can. There is nothing better in this life, or nothing better on this spiritual journey, than us finding out something really unique to us, you know, and then finding out so much about life, more than we actually knew. But it just happens so organically, so beautifully, you know. It connects us to the right people. It connects us to the right situations in life. This spontaneous energy is like so powerful indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous sorry, the next important date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be, oh, did you really forget? Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Did you forget? No, did you really think that I'm going to forget? My gorgeous Libra, I am about to have such a go at you. Happy birthday to 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 you. Happy birthday. Raise your vibration. Raise your vibration. Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday. I love you, my gorgeous Libra. Happy birthday. Make the most of it. Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Come on. Just remember, at a time when there is, you know, when there is our birthday, we are able to manifest much quicker, much sooner. We are more powerful. We feel more powerful. We attract the right people, and we attract the right situations into our lives, and as long as we have the right mind when it comes to doing things, you know, that are gonna be so beneficial when it comes to your progress in life. So that's why you need to make the most of it. And I also know that this month there are a couple of messy situations going to come to an end, which are gonna be involving you having two serious conversations, you know, with certain people in your life. But this is ever so important, because there are a couple of difficult issues which are also going to come to an end, which is absolutely brilliant when it comes to, you are moving forward in your life. This couple of issues, personal, private issues, are going to be so significant, you have no idea. The next important date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be on the actual 18th of October. On the 18th of October, you are going to have a really positive experience. You are going to have a positive experience. You will be enjoying yourself. My gorgeous Libra, it is to do with maybe you being surrounded by the certain people and having a really great time. It is to do with some kind of socialization, which is indeed going to be taking place, but it's more about you finding yourself being surrounded by the really specific people, very important people, because this is to do with the certain people that you really like. And it's also to do with a certain people who are like-minded spirits or like-minded souls. For example, there is something really specific that you share with these people, but you do like these people indeed. So it's to do with this really great socialization it's going to be going on, and there is something so important you're actually going to find out here. There is something so important you're going to find out, especially when it comes to you knowing what to do exactly in order to overcome some kind of a problem that has been kind of delaying so many things in your life. So this is going to be the time of the time when you are going to ignite your courage. My gorgeous Libra, it's the time when you're going to ignite your courage, but not only that, but it's also going to be the time when you're going to find out the answer to this particular problem, that cause so many problems in your life, but especially when it comes to things being delayed. The next important date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be on the 21st of October. On the 21st of October, oh my God, you are going to have a really big smile on your face, baby. On the 21st of October, you are going to have a reason to celebrate. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. It's to do with this specific message. This specific message, this specific information, it's going to give you a reason to celebrate, seriously, because, oh my God, you're going to come up with this conclusion that there is some kind of a compromise that you are going to need to make, but you are going to feel so happy because, this compromise, it's also to do with an old life that no longer serves you. This compromise is to do with something that has already come to an end, something that made you feel really happy, for a long time, for a while, but it doesn't mean that you are a failure or anything like that. It's just a healthy sign that you're moving on, you're moving forward in your life. So there is an important compromise you are going to need to make. A few days after you make this compromise, within the next few days, there is going to be such a successful negotiation that this is also going to lead towards such a successful negotiation, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. The next important date is going to be on the 23rd of October. On the 23rd of October, you are going to have, this is why I was so excited about this reading, to be quite honest with you, because look at this. It's like, wow, I haven't seen you having a month like this in a very long time, my gorgeous Libra, and I'm loving it because I pick up on this beautiful energy and it makes me feel so good. It re-energizes me. It's going to re-energize me not only until the end of this day, but until the end of the next week, honestly. So you see, on this particular day, you are going to have this really fantastic opportunity. This opportunity that you are going to have, it's really a lot to do with that particular goal that I was talking about within the first 7 days of October. Just remember, within the first 7 days of October, I told you that there is going to be this goal which is going to revive you, rejuvenate you. It's going to make you feel alive again. You're going to feel so active because you will be kind of feeling a lot towards this particular goal that has been on your mind, you know, for absolute ages. But the energy of this month is going to change absolutely everything. So you will see this in a completely different light. What an enlightening experience in itself this is going to be. Just remember, it's to do with you becoming really active within the first 7 days of October. So by the time you get to this day, on the 23rd of October, this is when you are going to have this amazing opportunity. Oh my God. This opportunity in itself is going to be strong and solid and a really powerful opportunity. The reason why I say this is because you are instantly going to feel like you want to have a party again. You want to celebrate. You're going to be so happy when it comes to this particular opportunity right now, because that particular opportunity is to do with that particular goal that you were thinking about so much within the first 7 days. So this opportunity, it's really kind of going to be, oh my God, such a beautiful stage of your life where things are most certainly going to start working in your favor. Now it's not only about this opportunity, but it's also about you needing to come up with an important plan. You're going to need to come up with an important plan, my gorgeous Libra. Now it's time. The next important date is going to be on the 25th of October. On the 25th of October, you know what, on the 25th of October, you just need to be a little bit careful. I don't like this person whatsoever. I don't like this little bastard. I don't like this little person here whatsoever. It's somebody completely dishonest, somebody who is not being honest with people, and somebody who is like a really kind of maybe having some kind of a hidden agenda. So this particular person who you're going to be dealing with on this particular day has got some kind of a hidden agenda. They're trying to achieve something. Do you know, when I say hidden agenda, they're trying to, that person is going to try to offer something to you. And it's like, and it's not going to seem right. It's not going to feel right. And whatever this person is going to try to offer to you, you need to follow your intuition, and you're not going to be led astray. Because something is not going to be right. You will feel like this person is maybe a little bit too pushy. You will feel like this person is not genuine, but this person is going to be so adamant for you to do something, or for you to take something on, or this person is going to offer you something, or this person is going to demand something from you. All you need to do here is pay attention to your intuition. Okay, I do not need to tell you more, because you will know instantly that there is something wrong with this person. So that's why you need to be really, really careful. Because if you do go for what this person is offering or whatever, you know you're going to regret like so quick. You're going to regret. You're going to blame yourself forever. Because it's going to be connected to something so annoying, and something that you're not going to be able to get rid of for a very long time. And this will just end up making you feel really frustrated, because you knew on the first instance, you know, that something was wrong with this person, and maybe you would, if you would accept this, you would ignore your own intuition. So that's why you would be blaming yourself even more. So you just need to kind of be very, very careful here when it comes to this particular day. But also, when it comes to this particular day, it's not only about that. This day, you are going to realize also that you're going to need to reorganize your life. Now it's time to reorganize your life. This is part of everything I've said so far. Just remember, there was a plan that you're going to need to come up with, and this is all kind of connected to it right now. You're going to realize now, in order to have a progress in life with all this, you're going to need to kind of reorganize certain things in life, because now this is going to be really wise for you to do, because you have found yourself being you have found yourself being like frequently restrained. And now it's not a time for this. Now you need to do something about it. It's been going on for a while now, because it's taking your energy from things you should be projecting your energy towards. So you are going to make a really wise choice here to make an important adjustment. You know, you're going to make a really wise choice here to make a really important adjustment when it comes to you starting to reorganize things in your life. There is something big which is going to be on your mind. That's why I'm seeing this is a one thing right now, because it's going to be something really big big that you're gonna try to make an adjustment that is causing you to kind of feel way too restrained, you know. And you will see within the next few days after you make this adjustment, you will have such a meaningful and such an interesting experience, you know. And when it comes to that meaningful and interesting experience, there is like you know, you will realize that there is some kind of a seed you've already planted. Some kind of a seed, it's already growing. This is to do with you realizing the birth of your own creation. This is going to be so beautiful. This is going to be so enlightening. I mean, if you don't see this as a new, beautiful, gorgeous phase in your life beginning, I don't know what you will see, how beautiful this is going to be, and how beautiful this is going to feel. My God, talking about realigning yourself, you are about to realign yourself like never before. The next important date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be on the 26th of October. On the 26th of October, you are going to listen. On the 26th of October, it's going to be 26th of October. It's going to be very important because you are going to have this amazing idea. You will have this amazing idea. This amazing idea is just going to be amazing because you are just going to feel so happy while you're thinking about this idea. You're going to feel so happy while you're thinking about this idea. Listen to me very carefully. It is important to not to overanalyze. Okay, so you are going to have like a really beautiful idea. This is going to be a big idea. This is going to be an important idea. There is so much more to this idea you can possibly imagine. The real outcome of this idea, you're only going to be able to notice in March, April, and May 2025. Okay, only within these 3 months you will be able to notice the outcome. So when it comes to this idea, it will be big, it will be good, it will be important. It's going to be something that you are going to have for the first time in your life. But while you're thinking about it, you're going to feel so happy. You're going to feel like, oh my God, this happiness. That's what you need to follow. That's what you need to follow. But don't overanalyze. Please don't overanalyze. For the love of God, do not overanalyze this. Because then you're just going to kind of find yourself within this dimension you don't want to find yourself at, because you're going to start losing the importance of this particular idea because primarily you did not trust yourself, and you have to trust yourself and your spirit, and that's why you must not kind of fall in these brackets of over analyzing, because it's going to take you somewhere else. The next important date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be on the 28th of October. On the 28th of October, this is the beginning of a really a beautiful change in your life. Okay, this is the beginning of a really beautiful change in your life, but it's not going to start in a beautiful way. It's going to start in such a way where you are going to feel so disappointed, my gorgeous Libra, with somebody. On this particular day, there is one particular person that is going to disappoint you. I'm sorry, there is no other way of saying this, but you are going to have a bit of a bitter experience on this particular day. And the reason why am I saying this is the beginning of a really beautiful change in your life, because now you're going to become really determined. Now it's time. Do you know, when I said previously, I told you that, you know, you're going to have a really beautiful opportunity, you're going to have a major big opportunity, okay, but that is going to give you a reason to party, literally how happy you're going to be. And I told you that you're going to need to come up with a plan, when it comes to this opportunity, because this is the beginning of a whole new stage in your life. I hope this is not too confusing to you, and I'm really sorry. But this bitter experience that you are going to have with somebody, it's all you needed. This is all you needed, because, you know, this disappointment you're going to feel, it's going to be primarily responsible for you feeling so adamant, and you feeling so keen, and you feeling so eager to come up with a new plan. And not a new plan, but now to come up with an important plan based on this opportunity you've had here, this is going to be the day. This is going to be the day. And you know why this is also going to be so important? If you weren't disappointed with that particular person, if you didn't have this bitter experience with that particular person, then you would do something again you would terribly regret. You would make some kind of a really bad and terrible investment. You would make some kind of a bad investment. And I know this sounds really, really crazy. So this is, on one hand, you will avoid this bad and unnecessary investment, but then on another hand, you will kind of realize your own ability somehow when it comes to this plan, how easy this is going to be for you. It's to do with you just realizing certain things about yourself that are so positive, that are going to elevate you, but also, most importantly, you will become so persistent, like Big Mama Libra is coming back, baby, to take over the world. You're gonna become so persistent here, like, oh my God, and so like kind of so excited, you know, when it comes to like this particular plan here. And the more you think about this plan, the more you're gonna feel so excited, so rejuvenated, so optimistic about what's to come. The more you think about it, the more you will know how much your life is going to change. You know, your future, your near future, at this stage, it's going to become so vivid. Oh my God, like here, hello my darling future, mwah, you're here. Do you know, honestly, it's going to be brilliant, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. The next important date, it's going to be on the 29th of October. On the 29th of October, something really unexpected is going to happen. Something really unexpected is going to happen, okay? And you are going to realize that there is something really important you're gonna understand, and you're gonna realize that there is something really important you need to learn as well. There is something that you need to learn here in order to kind of make an important alteration in your life, which is also to do with all this change as well. So something unexpected is going to happen here. And when I say something unexpected is going to happen, and you know what? It's actually going to be really positive. It's actually going to be really positive. It's again to do with some kind of emotional problem, and an emotional issue. It's going to start coming to an end, towards an end. It is not an end, but it's going to start to come towards an end. Some kind of a difficult emotional problem that really started to even change you lately. How much you were affected by this. So of course that this was like kind of taking a great deal of energy from you, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. So you are going to realize that there is something you need to learn, something you need to learn when it comes to you kind of making some kind of alteration here. Is just so important, so important. The next important date is going to be on the 30th of October. On the 30th of October, you will realize that now, you know, somebody is going to actually kind of need your help. You know, and I know that this is going to sound really weird, and I know that this is going to sound really sad, but somebody will be going through something very dark and very, very sad and very negative. Somebody is going to be really sad a little bit, you know, and you will realize this. And I really kind of, somebody is going to feel really sad and down and negative and a little bit lonely, like really lonely. There is one particular person who's going to feel really down, sad and negative and really lonely, and this is somebody so wise, you know, somebody with the third psychic eye being so activated, you know, which is telling me clearly that this particular person is really wise, really intelligent, really clever, but this particular person doesn't show this to everybody, and this particular person is so kind of, it's not that that person doesn't accept that about themselves, but that particular person, it's like so nice and not really thinking about spirituality a lot, but this particular person is very spiritual, if that makes sense, you know, but it's really wise, whatever this person says, whatever this person do, and this is somebody in your life And this particular person is going to be struggling a lot because that person will feel really lonely. So try to talk to this person, and try to go forward. And there is something that this person is going to tell you, and what this person is going to tell you is really going to surprise you. There is something that this person is going to tell you, and there is something that this person is going to shock you with. And as soon as that person tells you what they're going to tell you, you will instantly know that you need to pass on that message to somebody else in your life in order for that person to know this, so they can protect themselves, something like that. So you're going to find out a really important information from this person, which is going to maybe shock you a little bit. But this particular information is going to be so crucial for you, my gorgeous Libra, to pass it on to somebody else. And you will know who that is, because that particular person is somebody precious in your life, and somebody who you're going to remember immediately when it comes to what this person is going to tell you, or what this person is going to surprise you with, And also on this particular day, not related to this, my gorgeous Libra, that there is on this particular day, there is some kind of a family problem, something is gonna come to an end. Some kind of a family problem, something that was affecting like a few people at the same time, some kind of a family issue, some kind of a family matter. It's actually going to be resolved on this particular day as well by the end of the day. And this is important. This is really important because it is to do with something that has been really worrying you, especially lately. It's to do with like a really beautiful security in the future. This is going to lead towards an important security in the future, but especially when it comes to finances and the financial situation as well. So this is why this is indeed going to be so important. On the 31st of October, oh my God, the 31st of October is going to be like so important. You have no idea, like, oh my goodness. On the 31st of October, by the way, you are going to have to start with a brilliant achievement, a fantastic achievement. You will become aware of on this particular day of this fantastic achievement. This in itself, it's like, oh, you're going to feel really happy. It's to do with a success. It's to do with this recognition. It's to do with this moment of victory. There is something that it's going to make you feel so good. It's to do with your own achievement, your own success. And I'm sorry, my gorgeous Libra, there is no other way of saying this, but this in itself is going to make you feel so proud of yourself. There's nothing wrong with feeling so proud of yourself, but also you're going to feel so good, so positive. And you need to understand that this is just so important. Whatever brought this success into your life, there are a couple of very interesting ideas and realizations you are going to have. Couple of things you will want to do, couple of things you will want to try, couple of things you will want to explore. There are a couple of things you will immediately want to find out more information about. You have no idea how important this is also going to be for you, because within the next 7 days there are certain obstacles you are in itself going to overcome just through this. And it's not only about you overcoming certain obstacles, but it's also about you finding out something so important, couple of such an important informations, which are really going to make you feel alarmed to hurry up with everything. But not alarmed in a bad way. I mean alarmed in a good way, my gorgeous Libra. So this is why this is going to be so big for you indeed. And also, when it comes to the 31st of October, there is going to be a very unusual experience you are going to have. Something very strange is going to happen. Very unusual. And when that happens, you will know that somebody is around you. You will know that something is around you. You will feel like there is some kind of a spirit, some kind of a guardian angel, or some kind of a spirit guide around you. Trust me. And especially those of you who are super intuitive, and this is nothing unusual because you're born being so much more intuitive, my gorgeous Libra, than so many other signs are. But I love love how you do not even like kind of you do not give a credit to yourself for it. Bless your heart, which just makes you even more pure, which makes you even more genuine, and that's why I love you. But at around the time when you see this spirit, when you become aware of the fact that the spirit is around you, there is a reason for it. Maybe you will know who this is, maybe you will not, but it's more about something still, it's on your mind, causing you to stand in your own way. There is something on your mind that you are negative about subconsciously without even realizing. And this you did not even identify just yet. And that spirit is going to help you to identify what this is, so you can finally move on from that. Because that in itself is going to be the only thing that is still kind of a little bit holding you back. So of course that this is going to be absolutely brilliant answer you so badly need, which is going to lead towards you realizing exactly what is causing you still to kind of stand in your own way a little bit. So as soon as you kind of start seeing this in a different light, as soon you're going to have such a beautiful spiritual and enlightening experience out of it indeed. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you. Where are the tarot cards? I'm just going to say Libera, Libera, oh. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships right now. I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships right now. My gorgeous Libra, my goodness, you are going to become so determined. First of all, those of you in relationships, you are going to have such a good news, such a positive news within the first 11 days of October. And this positive news, this good news you are going to have, it's also going to make you you're both going to be so happy, because you will know instantly that you will be able to move on with your life. You're both has got to this stage of your life where you felt so frustrated and so, with a certain lifestyle, so frustrated, and because you're waiting for something really specific so you can make a certain step, and it's taken so long. It's taken so long. There is something that you both decided to do. There is something that you both agreed to do so badly in order to really make the most out of this life. There were so many things that you were unhappy and uncomfortable with, and you kind of realize, both of you, that a certain life has come to an end. When it comes to the certain lifestyle, this is all going to lead towards you kind of making a really big decision, and that's why it's to do with something you were both waiting for, my gorgeous Libra. It's to do with something you were both waiting for. And you're going to become so, at least the last 7 months have been oh my God, the last 7 months have been quite tense when it comes to the couples. So this is a fantastic news that it's really going to inspire you, and it's going to put you, both of you, in such a good mood, and you are going to feel rejuvenated to the point where you are going to start to feel adventurous and motivated and, and full of beans, and because you will be able to make such an important step. Look at this, my gorgeous Libra, the couples, you are about to make such an important step when it comes to something you both have been waiting for so long to actually do. You're about to walk through the door, which are going to change your life forever. This is going to be one of the biggest months for the couples indeed. And guess what? Look at this baby here. You are making a wise choice. You will make a wise choice, because both of you have found yourself being maybe unhappy and with certain aspects of your life that grew bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where you were just kind of both waiting and waiting. So now the wait is over. Time to start moving on with your life, my gorgeous Libra, and make the most of it. So now I'm just going to see what's going to happen to those of you who are single and ready to mingle. Ooh la la! an unexpected situation at around the 15th of October. For those of you who are single and something unexpected is going to happen at around this particular day. And let me tell you, there is somebody who is about to cross your path, my gorgeous Libra. Somebody gorgeous, stranger in the night. Da-da-da-da-da. Libra in the morning. Na-na-na-na-na. Stranger in the night, a gorgeous Libra in the morning. Where did I wake up? No, I'm joking. No, honestly, I'm just joking. Honestly, my gorgeous Libra, there is something really unexpected is going to happen. There is a gorgeous person about, hello, no, I'm joking. There is a gorgeous person about to walk into your path. There is a gorgeous person about to cross your path. Please, please, please don't get me wrong. Even if that person doesn't cross your path at around the mid-October, how I see this, you know, it could still pretty much so. I see this person very strongly at the beginning. These are the beginning stages, which means that at around the mid-October, this person is going to cross your path. Somebody really gorgeous, which means that you may not even know this gorgeous person is around. But you will find yourself at a certain place where you're both going to be together. Maybe it's the workplace. Maybe it's like where you do some kind of a hobby. Maybe it's the place where you go regularly. It really depends. But that's why I'm saying not to be disappointed if you're not able to tell who this is exactly. But most certainly at around the mid-October, this gorgeous person is about to cross your path. Maybe some of you will know immediately who this is, and maybe some of you will just it's going to need a little bit longer, but most certainly this is going to be somebody beautiful, both in and out, and somebody who you really instantly going to be realized that you kind of want to commit to that person immediately, and this is going to surprise you. You will know. You know, what you see, it's what you get. I don't really like that saying. It's really silly, but it's what you see, it's what you get. But seriously, in this situation, this person is going to seem gorgeous in and out. And there is something going to be so reassuring about this person as well. And you're going to be surprised how you feel like, oh my God, I want to commit to that person immediately, you know. And you will know that there is something really, really different going to be here. So the more open-minded you are, the more you're going to gain out of it, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. So someone really beautiful is about to cross your path. You may find out who this is in October, but you may find out who this is in November. But most certainly you will be sharing your path already. Most certainly you'll be sharing your path with this person already at around mid-October. Indeed, somebody really beautiful. The reason why I think brachiated jasper is so powerful, purely because of its ability to instantly, and I mean that, instantly awaken you. Why? Because when you wear this absolutely stunning and ever so powerful crystal, when you wear this, it helps you to reconnect with yourself, and that in itself, helps you to see not what you necessarily don't see or what you necessarily don't know, but it helps you to be honest with yourself with things that you need to do in life in order to get where you want to get. Because every now and then in life we do tend to kind of stumble upon things. We tend to deal with certain problems and certain things in life that can naturally slow us down. But sometimes it really depends on this level of problems we actually have, how productive we are going to be. Because what we need to remember in this life, we need to keep going, we need to keep moving forward. We need to keep on being productive. We need to keep on being creative. And this is so important when it comes to our essence, when it comes to our spirit, when it comes to our souls. And sometimes people just kind of give in. Sometimes people give in. And this is why this powerful pendant, you know, a bracelet jasper, it's playing a really big role when it comes to all these, my gorgeous people. And that's why I'm saying that it has got a power to actually awaken you immediately, and to, you know, to do in life what you need to do, to follow your own path, to follow your own passion. This in itself, it's important, even when it comes to like this powerful pendant being able to re-energize you instantly. It's fantastic when it comes to strength, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to vitality. It's absolutely brilliant when it comes to protection in general, because it's also rather powerful when it comes to absorbing negative energies in general. And this is, and it's especially brilliant when it comes to, like, for example, you maybe being surrounded by the certain people that are very negative, that are very down, that are kind of draining energy, you know, in general. So this is why it's brilliant, in particular when it comes to the specific people or even specific situations, you know, in life, just draining your energy so much. Because when our energy is drained, then we do not kind of respond to some really important situations in life the way we should respond to, you know. And this is why, because we tend to hold back a really important aspect of ourselves. And that's why this bracelet jasper, it's so brilliant. So because it helps you to kind of get your own essence out there, to be such a more powerful spirit in general, by not holding yourself back, you know, in this life, on this journey. So this in itself, it's also remarkable, you know, to wear when it comes to you maybe finding yourself on a certain crossroads in life, okay? But also when it comes to you just needing something, you know, to kind of be more decisive as well at the same time. So this is why I get so excited about bracelet jasper, because it's got just so many benefits that are ever so important for like a wide variety of people. I absolutely love it. And look how beautiful it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really hope that you can see how beautiful this pendant actually is. This red color, it's absolutely out of this world. And I can tell you, my gorgeous people, just by holding this like this already, I feel like, you know, I'm really kind of opening up spiritually. I can literally feel the energy re-energize me, like literally instantly. And this is why it's so important, you know, to have this pendant. And the more you kind of wear this, the more intuitive you're going to become. And this is why I absolutely love this gorgeous pendant. And I really hope you are going to realize how beneficial this is actually going to be for your life in general, or maybe for, you know, those people in your life who mean to you the most, who you would like to maybe buy or get this pendant for. For example, this gorgeous pendant comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this pendant, my gorgeous people, is going to be as usual in the description below. I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comments section. But yes, so this is what I really highly recommend you to get. This, my gorgeous people, this green moss agate, it's ever so important, you know, to have, because it is instantly going to open your mind. It is instantly going to enhance your intuition. It is instantly going to empower you. And most importantly, it's going to help you to come out of your comfort zone, which is ever so important when it comes to moving forward in life. And also, my gorgeous people, the reason why I love, you know, green moss agate so much is because of its ability, you know, to heal your past. This in itself it can help you, to heal certain aspects of your, certain aspects in your past, and this is kind of like a really significant when it comes to our spirit and when it comes to our personal evolution, so we can move forward in life and make the most of it. Because if there is some kind of element that is not healed from the past, something that we have been struggling with or something that we have been dealing with, of course that this element is always going to stay with us if we were going through something really difficult. I'm not saying this is going to help you to completely forget, but it's going to help you to heal it, and it's going to help you to move on from it. There are lots of people in this world who do not understand that there are so many aspects of themselves that are still not healed, that have been going on in their past. And that's why this is also quite significant, a green moss agate. And it's also really brilliant when it comes to you, when you wear green moss agate, you start coming into your own power, my gorgeous people. You start awakening, and then you start noticing things you've never noticed before in terms of your own intuition, in terms of you notice like really amazing signs. It really helps you to get that confidence back. Green moss agate, yeah, it helps you to perk up, and it helps you to like kind of believe in yourself. And it's also ever so brilliant when it comes to you wanting to start something new. When you decide to start something new or you want to start something new, it's also really brilliant, because in general it really does help you to make so much out of this spiritual journey. It helps you to make a difference, in this life. So of course this is something I would absolutely highly recommend you to get, green moss agate. And it is also ever so powerful when it comes to attracting prosperity, when it comes to attracting success, when it comes to having really good and healthy finances. So if you are wanting to have like a really good finances, or if you want to be very successful with your work or successful in life in general, I really strongly suggest you to get green moss agate, because there are so many things that this really powerful crystal tend to attract, So this is why I absolutely love this pendant, and I recommend this actually to every single one of you, because anything that has got a power to heal your past, or anything that has got a power to help you to come into your own power, I mean, come on, you can imagine how mind-blowing this is going to be when it comes to this making a huge difference in your life in general. So this gorgeous green moss agate, my gorgeous people, even if you know somebody who you can buy this for, just go for it. If you know someone who can benefit from this, I would really strongly advise you to get it for them as well. This gorgeous green moss agate comes with a sterling silver chain, beautiful sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or I'm going to pin the link, for this pendant and chain. I'm gonna pin the link right on top of the comments as well.